All right, I'm on hole number one of the Santa Ventura, or the Ventura Open. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. I'm playing in my 99 account, so I got some T4 clubs here, and we're just going to go out and see what's going on. I'm on my first cup of coffee, and I'm trying to wake up, so bear with me. If I fall asleep at some point, just yell. Wake me up while it's my turn. All right, hole number one. Let's check it out. I've been dinking around. Yesterday, I went out and I just had some fun on my 77 account. I had such a poor qualifying run. I just wanted to go out and just have some fun. So I went on some of these holes and I tried first to just get over just to kind of see what kind of distance I had and what ball would work. And then I tried a max overpower hook shot here. I don't have an apocalypse in this account. I don't have anything that can get me over there. So I'm just going to shoot the straight up shot, lay up in the front and go straight at it. If I hit this perfect going into the cup, it should go in. QB, Kingfisher. This should be the ones. Titan, the king of balls. All right, Kingfisher, extra mile, Titan. That's all I need. That's all I need. Hopefully everybody out there is having a great tournament. It's like all these other tournaments. It's get a lot of close swirl the cup. One of my teammates posted one and it was going the right speed. It went over the hole. It was in the middle of the hole, in between the flagpole and the edge of the cup. And I'm not sure how it didn't go in. It actually went in the hole, came out, caught the lip on the back, swirled around the cup twice, and then popped out. It's totally impossible. It might be possible in space. That's why we have gravity assist when we're doing stuff around planetary objects. But when you're in a gravity well for the planet, we're things tend to fall down. Not pick up speed as they're swirling around. I'm gonna do about 2 3/4. Orange ring off. About a ring and a half. Somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm gonna put some curl on it to try and bring it over to the other side. Hitting it perfect. My teammate Mike says I'm too far to the left, and then I get a better view of the cup if I was over here on the right. So we'll play a little more to the right today. I know that sounds like a little teeny thing, but angle is super important on a lot of these shots. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, we're trying to, sometimes we're on a hole and everybody else is trying to get to 316 and we're laying up at 290 because at 290 it gives you a look. It gives you an angle into the cup that's different. Tournament 2 or 3 tournaments ago, we had one of the par 5s that was in there. I've sank a few albies on that over the years, but it's never really been a high percentage albie, and I changed my setup spot, so I was coming at it at a slightly different angle, and it made a big difference. So at minimum club, it's 2.4 per ring. .4, 2.8. It's one that leaves me 4. That's a 6th. Try and hit it perfect. No, and hit it great. We're going to be on another great trip today. Yesterday, I couldn't have bought a perfect if somebody would have gave me a perfect and gave me the money to buy it, I still would have ended up losing. It's like so rare to hit a perfect now. I'm almost expecting, or not to hit a perfect, but I'm almost expecting, it's like winning the lottery if I try and hit a perfect. I'm hoping I can get all that out of my system during the opening round here, and in the weekend round, catch a little bit of rhythm. Finishing my first cup of coffee before I start playing might help too. It might. It might just. It's a draw. I may play these first 9 holes just straight up, upload one video, do that twice, dose. I will forfeit. I'm not interested in practicing on those par 3s. I'm not interested in getting a hole-in-one during shootout. All right, that was hole number 1 of the Ventura Open. Let's go check out hole number 2. Hole number 2. Da 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 da. All right. I'm regressing on this hole. Started the week off, I was playing it pretty good, just like I normally do. Usually that's one of those holes that, you get on and it's like, no big deal. But for some reason, it's a big deal. I'm going to take a Saturn. I'm going to take a Marlin. I'm comfortable with both of those. Let's get at it. Let's see what my Saturn hits. It's 3.5. Normally when I come to this hole, I do a straight up max wind adjustment. I don't do any additional pull like in one-on-one. And I'm always like right there. I started the week off last week before the Easter 9-hole cup. I started the week off. We played quite a bit, probably 4 or 5 hours on this, and was killing it on this hole. I think I hit, and my teammates were killing it too. I played Dale Appleby. I played Dunner. I think Dunner hit like 2 or 3 hole-in-ones here. I think I probably got 3 or 4 hole-in-ones when I was playing Dale Appleby. And now I'm so far off the hole, I can't, on this particular hole, if you're playing this in one-on-one, you really need to be like within 1, definitely within 2. If you want any shot. I doubt that I could win a shootout on this hole right now. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, so there's max. So I'm at max club. It's 1.9 per ring. 5 miles an hour off. It's 1.9 per ring. So there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Just trying to hit it perfect. Great to the left, great to the right, great to the left, great to the right. That's got to be every bit of 2 yards off. Every bit. That's just one of those things. Sometimes I think in the tournament stuff, we're trying too hard. You come out on these holes in one-on-one and you're just playing and having fun. They're going in and then the tournament starts and you really start. In this particular hole right here, for whatever reason in practice, I'll bet you in the 3 or 4 hours that we played, we got this shootout 95% of the time. And we went to a shootout almost every time because we were just forcing shootouts. If we needed to, we'd miss a putt or whatever and just forcing shootouts and go into it. And this hole was over and over and over and over and over. And it's one of those deals where we just played it. I played it so many times now. It's like, okay, dude. And I'm always excited when I see that hole in a tournament because it is a hole that can be beat. But it's kicking my butt right now. I will get its number though. Abigail too. We need more girls. We need more women. More of the ladies playing golf class. It's a huge, I mean, it's like 99%. Well, if I take my YouTube channel as an example, 99% of my viewers are, man, it's like 99.5%. So thank you, ladies, for watching. All right, hole number 3. Let's go check out hole number 3. We're just playing flat right here at the beginning. We need to get something going. And hole number 3, I'm doing a max overpower hook shot in my upper account. Trying to think whether or not I can actually get the same shot done here. I don't have as much topspin. I don't have as much curl. I'm just going to lay it up and go for the long. I'll be going in. I'm going to bring my accurate bag. I'm going to bring my best 3.2, 3.4. About the same accuracy. See if my sniper's got 4.0. I'm going to take my, the deal is with my sniper, I got to get in the right area for that sniper to get effective because I've got so little distance. I'm going to take my sniper. Let's take the sniper and see how it works. Let's take a Titan, the king of balls. Off we roll. Let's go get hole number 3, see if we can get the Albie from distance. I'm not a big fan of trying to wrap myself too much around this corner down here. It's too easy to get caught up in the rough on the left-hand side. And I don't have recovery clubs in this account. That's one of the things. If you have a low-level account or club lower developed clubs, you don't have the recovery clubs. I don't have a Nirvana. I don't have a Spitfire, so I don't have long irons that I can pick in my bag to try and get up in that area. 3.9, it's a 4-ring pool. And I'm being a lot more aggressive than I normally am on this hole. Usually I just lay it up, like literally just lay it up and take the sniper shot in. And one-on-one, I see a lot of people epic fail on this hole. Hitting it perfect. Stay out of the rough. That's about as aggressive as I could possibly get with this account without doing something jiggy. You can try and work your way around that corner. Most of the time I see people when they come out here, they're trying to get around the corner to the left. So they get really close to the left and try and force it through. And what you need to do if you're trying to do that is to move a little bit to the right so that you can put more curl on it and give yourself more room for that curl to develop. Yeah, it's going to end up, you pushed the thing right up against it, dude. And back in the day when this hole first came out, that second cut of the rough was out of bounds. You would be out of bounds right now. It blew. I got plenty of room. I'm at minimum club. So it's like 1 point. Okay, I'm right at it. Do a 10% pull, so it's going to be 3. Let's say 3.3. It's a 1.5 per ring, so there's 3. A fifth. Oh, got it great to the right. If I was going to hit it one way or the other and it still have any shot, it would be great to the right. Great to the left was out. All right, nice and easy. The whole goal with this account right here is when you have lower developed clubs, would I like to pick up the eagle on hole number 1 and the hole in 1 on hole number 2 and the Albie on hole number 3? Absolutely. But the whole goal when you've got lower developed stuff is to maintain the minimum score. So if I come in this account and shoot a minus 24, that's more than enough to get this account in. And in the weekend round, in a rookie pro bracket, that's going to be a pretty good score. Anything I can pick up is a bonus. So my goal going in with this account is always to just keep the eye on the ball, and the eye on the ball is the minimum score. And then just try and give myself a shot on every hole to get it in. Some of these holes, like hole number 1, I have just as good a chance in this account as I do in my upper developed account, if I could ever hit a shot perfect on hole number 1. But these first 3 holes in this particular tournament are definitely low-hanging fruit. We definitely want to try and pick up something in the first 3 holes. Very close. Good luck in the tournament. Not the start I was looking for, but not the start that it could have been. Could have been worse, could have been better. All right, that was hole number 3. Hole number 4 of the Ventura Open. Let's see what we got here. Hole number 4. I'm playing this hole. I can't play this hole the way I play in my upper developed account. I really like to play that white line. Let's see what I've got for long irons as far as ball guide. 3-4 both ways. 3-2. Some more backspin there, but not as much as you need. You need to have max. You need to have this maxed at 92 in order to get this shot done. 52, 6 for the top spin. Goliath. It's not going to cut it for what I want to do. I'm going to bring my Saturn. I'm going to bring a navigator. My normal one-on-one play here is to go to the right, but I am gonna press my luck here. Now I'm gonna go to the shot on the deal is the shot from down on the bottom, trying to bounce over the sand. I practiced that shot during before the tournament started, but every single time we got on this hole, we had tailwind. And so here we have a headwind. And it's going to change how that ball reacts. So let's watch my opponent and see. They're in that 2 per ring range. So they should do about a 1.5 ring pull. And they did a 2.5 ring pull. So they did 5-6 mile per hour wind. That's the thing about eyeballing it on a hole like this. And they pulled themselves out of the range. That's the thing about going against headwind, is it'll change the ball so much that I'm reluctant to try it. Okay, it's 2-2. It's 1.9 per ring, so there's 1.9. It's about 2-2. I'm going to lean a little to the left and hit it 1 ring great to the right. And just lay it up and get my birdie and move on. See if my opponent can get in from there. I think really in this account, because I don't have a backspin club and I can't go right at it. So my upper developed account, I'm bringing a Saturn, or you could use a Grim Reaper if you got a Grim Reaper level 6. And you can go right on the green with the Kingmaker and go right at it. I think hitting from the right out there, I've hit several hole-in-ones on this hole, but it's a pretty low percentage shot. Pretty low percentage. Getting it perfect. In the hole. All right. Staying on track on the front. Not getting any trouble. Not picking up anything extra. Which is all right. There are some of these holes in this account you can get in serious, serious trouble. And I do not want to get in serious trouble on some of these holes. No way. All right, that was hole number 4 of the Ventura Open. Let's go to hole number 5. What is hole number 5? It's a par 5. This is the par 5 that's... I never have problems with this hole in one-on-one play. And every time we play in a tournament, it's like it's the deal. What's the deal, man? We really... Let's see if I have... What do I have here? Let's switch this up. Let's switch that to a QB. What level's my... How much... that 18 topspin is going to be a problem. Got a little more topspin there, 3-2. Using a sniper in my upper developed account, but I don't have a lot of topspin with my sniper. I'd have to use overpower because I'm only at 160. I'm going to use my hammerhead. I think there's enough topspin on there to get me up there. I'll use a QB and I'll use a Titan, the king of balls. All right, here we go. Let's just go get an eagle and let's just move on. This is another one of those holes that's a low percentage Albie shot, especially if you've got lower developed stuff. Rosie. Seeing a lot of the ladies out today playing. They took pity on me and they decided they'd take me out to go play. I was up in Seattle one time. I went to a golf course up there. I was doing some work and went out to the driving range and decided I was going to go out and play 9. And they paired me up with this Asian girl that was probably wet, weighed about 110 pounds. And I was a pretty decent golfer. She beat my ass. I think at that time I was probably around the 6 handicap, 9 handicap, right there in that neighborhood. Not bad. Not good enough to go pro, but not bad. Two five. Moved it a little to the left so I could add a little more curl. There's max curl, so I'm going to add about that much curl. Hit it 1 ring great on the outside. That did not go anywhere near where I wanted it to go. It's the distance I was looking for. I'm really only trying to get to about 300 yards out there, but I really like to get close to this rough. And my hammerhead, what does my hammerhead hit? Hammerhead's 1.7 per ring. Nice shot up there on the green. Easy putt. 99. 2.2. It's 1.3 rings. 2 rings off. Two. About 1.3 rings. And a 1 ring great to the right. That's the look. Little too much. Little too much. That's pretty much exactly how I play it in one-on-one, and I'm always in some place between that and the cup with a Guardian. Guardian hits about the same distance as as that hammerhead, but it has a little teeny less. I think that hammerhead's got 4.5 topspin, and my Guardian's got 3.5, 3.3. So if you do max overpower on the Guardian, you're right at the cup. So your distance is just about perfect, especially if you use a Marlin. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. All right, we're keeping our nice even round going. Nice and easy. I will forfeit. Do. All right, that was hole number 5. Let's go to hole number 6 of the Ventura Open. Let's see what we got going on here. Come on, dude. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? Hole number 6 is a par 4. All right. I'm trying to get on in 1. Really need a kingmaker here. This is a spot for a kingmaker. Really, none of the rest of that stuff's going to help me. I'm either going to be on in 1 or I'm going to have to scramble to get up there. It'll be a little harder in this account because I don't have quite the stuff my upper developed one has, but I think we can get it done. Whole goal is to just be on in 1, make a putt, move on. A short putt. Yesterday in my auto account, I had 2 long putts. Long. I missed one of them. I barely made the second one. Right at 3 backspin. It's 3.8. I'm going to add on 10%, so I'm going to do, that's 4.2, so I'm going to do a 4.2 pull. That's max curl. You put on about that much curl right there. Isn't it perfect? Let's see if that was enough backspin and enough curl to bring me over and clip the rough. And I hit the fairway. I'm going to have that long putt that I had yesterday. So you guys will get to see exactly what the long putt looked like yesterday. That's not bad. Yesterday I was like an inch away from the fringe down on the bottom and had to putt it all the way up. The second time I wasn't too far away from where I was. It was bad enough. It's got to be 3.5 to 4 backspin, because the whole goal is you're trying to arc it over to the right and clip that rough so that it clips the rough, bounces onto the green up there, and then everything's downhill. And so if it has even just a little teeny bit of speed, it'll roll down towards the cup. My opponent has a shot from there. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh, I got lucky. I was on the upper side of I was on the outside edge of the cup. I wasn't in the middle. Luck. Can't be good, be lucky. Are they caught up in the trees? They are caught up in the trees. Pull it back towards you. Keep pulling it back towards you. Keep going back towards you. And you'll get it. The arc will be lower if you keep pulling it back towards you, and you can get underneath of that branch. If you start off over here, just pull it way back. Run out your top spin. Not in the hole. All right. We picked up our eagle. We picked up one. So that puts us on a 26 track if we can just maintain the minimum score. So that's good for this account. We're coming into the last two holes, which are not providing a ton of opportunity, but there is an opportunity on hole number 8 to pick up an eagle. So let's go check out hole number 8. Hole number 8. Well, actually, we're on hole number 7. Sorry about that. We do have a shot here. This is another one of those holes that I want to make sure I have 3.5, 4 backspin. 4 backspin. I'm going to take a Saturn, and I'm going to take a Navigator. And I am doing a 20% wind adjustment here. Plus 20. I actually have some notes for this account, which is usually I don't have notes for this account until late. I make some notes up like the day before the tournament starts, but I actually made notes for this. That's how out of whack I am this week because of that 9-hole cup. Four backspin and a little bit of side spin. Doing a 20% wind adjustment, so it's 3.6. That's 3.8. Hitting it perfect. Wow, I hit one perfect going into the cup. What's the deal? I almost feel like this one will roll off the back. Close. Close. Dang it. Trying to blow it in, but it won't go in. What's the deal? Damn short ball. I'll tell you on that hole right there, it's better to be a little short and have a heartbreaker than go long. I actually shot one in my odd account yesterday where I did go down the hill, and surprisingly enough, I didn't get all the way to the bottom. I stopped about halfway down. And it's the first time that I've been down in that area that I was actually able to get to the hole and actually made it. I was in the same exact spot during the practice round and shot it, and you can't see the cup from over there, and actually bounced over the hole. Had my speed wrong. You'll be fine from there. You'll be fine right there. In the hole. That was a long putt. I don't like taking long putts, but I don't like taking those types of putts either. That means I was that close. Stiff wind. I'm going to get my tape measure out and measure that hole and make sure it's regulation. I think they cheated me. Let me take my tin hat off. In the hole. Barely. It's a draw. I keep forgetting about this hole. I keep going from hole number 6 to hole number 8, and I'm like, wow, there's a par 3 in between there. Where is that par 3? Let's see if we get headwind. We do have headwind. I'm going to try this shot. I'm going to give you guys some bonus content here. I'm going to try this shot because I want to see like what kind of adjustment I should be making. So it's 4-3. I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment. So that's going to be 4-7. So there's 3-8. There's 4. About a third. Isn't it perfect? Let's see if a 10% wind adjustment's enough to get me up there. 10% wind adjustment is enough. I've seen a lot of people do that shot down on the bottom, coming up, trying to bounce over the sand, and they're eyeballing it. And I've seen a bunch of people fail. That is definitely not a shot that you want. If you do not know how to use the ring method, that is not a good shot to be eyeballing it, because it's very sensitive when you're going up. Number one, we're hitting downhill, and then it's going up the hill, so it travels very close to the surface. It's not making some big bounce and coming up. When it does that big bounce to come up, this hillside is right there, so it's very close to the hillside. So if you're off just a little bit in your wind adjustment, you'll clip at the top and end up in the rough. You need to make a really good wind adjustment when you're down in that hole. And so for those of you that are watching, if you eyeball and you don't use the wind ring method, that's probably not the way to go. Nice shot. Nice shot. I have seen very few people get a hole-in-one from that side. That side's my least favorite way of coming at it. All right. That cup of coffee has not sank in yet. So hole number 8. Now we're on hole number 8. Let's go to hole number 8. Forgot about that. A hole-in-one chance. Almost got a hole-in-one on that. Almost. Only a million miles away. All right, I'm going to take a Saturn, and I'm going to take a QB. I'm going to take this bag right here, and I'm going to use a Titan, only because I don't have a lot of Kingmakers. Open up my pin chest, get another one rolling. All right, hole number 8. Hole number 8. 1.1 and a sliver, 1 1/4 topspin, absolute max on this drive. I'm doing a 10% wind adjustment on both the drive and the second shot. And I'm doing a rough bump on the second shot, trying to take it right to the cup. And I haven't hit this perfect all week. So I have no idea. I am right there at it. If I could hit a perfect shot so I could see where I'm at, I could make an adjustment and dial that in. But I haven't hit a perfect shot going into the cup all week long. And I've been like all over it. I didn't do an additional wind adjustment, and I was off to the left. And then I did a 10%, and I'm off to the right. Now I'm at 5%. And I think the 5% is going to be pretty dang close. But I don't know, because I can't seem to catch perfects. It's like it's like some mythical beast. All right. Now I'm in this account. I'm going to put just a little teeny bit more topspin because I have a little less distance. 4-2. I'm going to do 4 or 5. Not quite a 10%. Hitting it perfect. think I'm short quite a bit of distance with this club, so put a little teeny bit more on it. But if you've got a upper developed sniper, or excuse me, quarterback, 1 and a sliver is all you can put on it, or you will end up in the rough or the sand. Opponent's got a backbone 10. I am not a fan of this. I've done this shot right here, but I'll tell you, it's so easy to get where it bounces over and it clips the rough, because you're right there so close to the rough that if you don't get this is just like the last hole. If you don't get, look how close that second bounce is to the rough. So if you don't get your wind adjustment right, let's see if they get their wind adjustment right. At this level, it's 1.2 per ring, so that should be a 3-ring pull. Let's watch how close their second bounce comes to that rough. That'll tell you a lot about whether or not you need to be doing a wind adjustment. If it hits far in front of it, we need to do a wind adjustment. And so that was pretty much right on track with where they did it without doing a wind adjustment. 0.05 times 3.4 equals divided by 1.9. 1.9 rings is what I'm going to pull. 2 rings off that transitional surface. Hey, up here where I can see you. .9 rings, so right around 2. If I can get the shot off before I run out of time. Hitting it perfect. And you can end up in the sand. Just like that. Just like that. That's the first time I've gotten caught up in it this week. Now we have to do a recovery shot here that puts our eagle that I picked up on hole number 6 at risk. So this is one of those holes that a lot of people are going to epic fail, and I may be in that group. It's a pisser. From that angle, I should be able to make a great to the left and a perfect. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Woo! Saved my fronts right around right there. Ended up in the rough. That is not good. That's the first time that's happened to me, and I am not happy about that at all. Normally in one-on-one, I play this hole to the left, and there's like almost 0 chance for eagle, but the birdie is not too hard to get. Good luck. Well, they forfeited at the same time. Good luck. All right, we're on hole number 9. Hole number 9 is going to be I'm going to play this in the traditional way because I don't have the top spin and stuff to get me over, and I don't have the recovery clubs to get me out of the rough. So normally on this hole, right now in my upper developed account, I'm trying a shot where my yellow ring is, I'm using a big topper 5. And you can use a big topper 4. This shot was demoed with a big topper 4. And I also have a big topper 6 in my 77 account. And so with the 6, it's got a little more curl. I'm pulling out a little bit to the right. But the big topper 4 and the big topper 5, I'm right on the transition with my yellow ring. Orange ring completely in the fairway. Max topspin, 2 left-hand side spin. Max overpower hook. It hits right here, flies over this, and you can end up out in this area so that you have the dunk shot. The other way that you can go at it is you can start off where you're coming up over the trees. And I think the wind in this tournament is blowing kind of in this direction. So it's pushing you off in this way. So I'm about a ring off of this transitional surface, trying to get the bounce to go over with an extra mile to get me up into that same area. It's a little more problematic here because you really have to hit it right down in this area to get the first bounce on the ground, the second bounce to completely clear it without clipping the rough. And it's easy with an extra mile to not get enough curl on it and end up in the rough over here or end up a little short, which isn't a problem if you've got good recovery clubs because you can easily make it up. It's a long iron shot. So if you've got a Nirvana and a Spitfire, guess what they are? They're long irons. With this account, I don't have that stuff. So I'm going to take the shot where I'm underneath the trees and I'm trying to lay it up in this area, and then I'm just going to come at it just like we do on one-on-one. It's always a question about the second club because we want something that hits far, but we need something that's got some maneuverability. So I think my hammerhead might be the club. That might be the club to take. And I'm going to take my QB and I'm going to take a hammerhead. How much do I have on this QB as far as top spin? 4. I'm going to bring a Titan. The king of balls. Open up a chest. Get another one rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And this one's always about the second shot. So the first shot's pretty not too bad. It's the second shot that's always difficult. This green is hard to get to the cup. This is a very hard hole to albie. Anytime you say, hey man, your best chance of getting an albie on that par 5 is to do the dunk, that right there pretty much encapsulates how tough this hole is to get an albie. Be about right. And that area right there, 3 miles per hour, take that wind out. I could care less about those trees because I'm coming in with curl. And the ball guide doesn't know anything about the curl. So the ball guide's telling you, hey man, you hit this shot, you're going to hit the trees. But the ball guide doesn't know that you're going to add curl onto it. I always feel like I need to be tentative there, like it's going to go longer than it will. So I always pull back just a little. And I lost a little distance there because of it. And they didn't take the wind out. If they're trying to get around that corner, I would put more curl on it, but that's just me. That grate to the left actually helped them as long as they can clear this spot, because that put them farther. That was a 2-ring grate to the left, and if they wouldn't have hit that 2-ring grate to the left, I think they would have ended up in the rough down there. Two 8. It's 1.7 per ring, so there's 3 4. So we're a little less than 2 rings. I'm going to put some curl on it to bring it over around those trees. Hitting it perfect. And just try and dribble myself up there on the green. I'm not trying to get greedy. Just trying to get up there so I can get an eagle and move along, little doggy. That was a really weird bounce. This hole takes this weird bounce coming around there. The bounces never quite work out like the ball guide's saying it's going to do, where it bounces right here and then its second bounce gets you over to that spot. It always seems like it comes in here and then wants to roll flat and then just runs through the area. It doesn't happen like that all the time, but it happens like that a lot of the time. Let's see if my opponent can get on and off and in the sand. Not good. I'm not sure why they put on all that, why they put overpower on it. It looked like their shot was set up. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. All right, so that was a nice clean front nine. Had to scramble a little bit on hole number 8. But a pretty nice clean round. Picked up hole number 6, minus 13. I have some opportunities to pick up shots. Hole number 1, hole number 2, those are serious opportunities for this account to pick up shots. Even hole number 3 with the Albie there, even though I can't get way up there, there's still a pretty serious Albie look on hole number 3. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. All right, that was hole number 9 of the Ventura Open, the opening round of the rookie division. Right at 51 minutes. We can do about 56. We can do 4 gigs. So that was perfect. Perfect. All right. So a nice clean round. Picked up the 1 eagle on hole number 6. So as far as like where the people are at the top, this bracket's relatively new. So we're looking at a 28 right there coming in. So 26 isn't going to burn up any stuff, but it'll definitely help. It'll definitely get me into the weekend round. If I can replicate that on the back and see if we can pick up, especially some of those early holes. All right, that was the front 9 of the opening round of the Ventura Open. Thanks for watching.